Welcome to our channel, your go-to source for the latest news and updates on transfers in the world of football. In this video, we bring you the most recent developments, rumors, and confirmed transfers from around the globe. From high-profile signings to unexpected moves, stay informed about the ever-changing landscape of football transfers. Whether you're a passionate fan, a fantasy football manager, or simply curious about the latest transfer market buzz, this video is for you. Subscribe to our channel and join us as we dive into the exciting world of football transfers. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer set to coach another English club. Manchester United former manager, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is a candidate to take the vacant manager's job at Leicester City, with the Foxes hoping to make an appointment in the near future. Guardiola takes decision on leaving Man City after winning treble. The manager of Manchester City Football Club, Pep Guardiola, will leave the role when his current contract expires in 2 years, the UK Guardian reports. Last weekend, Guardiola finally led the Premier League side to Champions League glory, defeating Inter Milan 1-0 in Istanbul. The win completed the treble for City, as they had already retained their league crown and lifted the FA Cup. But it is understood that Guardiola has all but decided that he will quit in the summer of 2025 and end his tenure after 9 years. Guardiola signed a new deal with the Etihad club in November, a decision that had been in the balance and which his inner circle were unsure would happen. Before City, Guardiola coached Barcelona and Bayern Munich, and it had been thought that after working in England he would want to coach a club in Italy to achieve an ambition to manage in Europe's 4 premier domestic competitions. But Guardiola is now leaning towards coaching an international team. PSG president, Al-Khelaifi involved in Manchester United takeover. PSG, Paris Saint-Germain, president, Nasser Al-Khelaifi has been in contact with both the Glazers and Sheikh Jassim in relation to the takeover of Manchester United. Recall that Man United were put up for sale in November 2022 by majority owners, the Glazer family. Sheikh Jassim and Ineos CEO Sir Jim Ratcliffe quickly emerged as the frontrunners, but despite submitting different bids, they have both not met the Glazers' asking price of £6 billion. With the takeover no closer to completion, Sheikh Jassim submitted a 5th and final bid to the Red Devils on Wednesday and said that if this offer was not accepted by Friday, he would walk away from the process. However, Sheikh Jassim has changed his mind and will leave his offer, worth around £5 billion, on the table. The bid would also see the Qatari take full control of the Premier League giants, while additional money has been promised to help invest in the club's facilities as well as to wipe out its debt, which currently stands at £500 million. By contrast, Ratcliffe's bid is only for a majority stake in Manchester United, which could leave all or some of the Glazer family with a piece of the pie before buying them out at a later date. But according to The Athletic, the PSG president has played a significant role in the takeover saga of Man United, with Sheikh Jassim's team seeking fellow Qatari Al-Khelaifi's advice in the initial phases. However, in a surprising development, the report also said that the Glazers subsequently contacted Al-Khelaifi in an attempt to persuade Sheikh Jassim to increase his bid. Man United finished in the 3rd position on the Premier League table during the 2022-23 season. Erik ten Hag's side lost the FA Cup final to Manchester City but won the Carabao Cup. PSG goalkeeper, Sergio Rico wakes up from coma. Sergio Rico, the Paris Saint-Germain, PSG, goalkeeper has come out of a coma 3 weeks after his horse-riding accident. The accident occurred while the 29-year-old footballer was participating in an annual pilgrimage in the El Rocío region of Huelva in Spain in May. At the time, his family said Rico suffered a serious mishap due to a mule cart and a horse that hit him. The 29-year-old was taken into intensive care following the head injuries he received. Sergio Rico was taken off of sedation a fortnight ago, only to be put back into a coma a few hours later. The goalkeeper's wife, Alba Silva, who gave an update on his health while speaking to the Spanish outlet, Telecinco, said her husband has regained consciousness and is on the mend. We can finally see the end of the tunnel. We're going there step by step. I knew from the beginning that he would get through it because he's a champion. The hospital where he is being treated, the Virgen del Rocío Hospital in Sevilla, said updates would only be provided in major developments upon demand of the player's family. Rico was on loan to Fulham for the 2018-19 season, from Liga side Sevilla. He was then loaned to PSG for the 2019-20 campaign, before joining them permanently the following season. For the 2021-22 season he was loaned to Mallorca and played for PSG 14 times in the most recent campaign. PSG players paid tribute to Rico during their final game of the season as they all wore shirts with his name on the back. Kylian Mbappé also celebrated a goal by holding up a shirt with Rico's name and the number 16 on it. Arsenal are closing on signing of Kai Havertz with a medical set to take place overseas this weekend. A formal announcement of the £65 million move could be made next week. Talks also continue with West Ham over Declan Rice. Man City enter race for West Ham captain. Chelsea are preparing to make a formal approach for Brighton midfielder Moises Caicedo. The 21-year-old was the subject of 2 bids from Arsenal in January, before signing a new deal with the Seagulls. Chelsea also retain an interest in Villarreal forward Nicolas Jackson. Manchester United are preparing to up their offer for midfielder Mason Mount after Chelsea rejected first 2 bids. It's thought the Blues want close to £65 million. United are also monitoring Declan Rice's situation. The West Ham captain is being pursued by Arsenal. Tonelli to Newcastle, still a work-in-progress medical this weekend. Tonelli has agreed a 6-year contract and will become Newcastle's second highest transfer in history once the 2 clubs complete negotiations. The 23-year-old is Eddie Howe's number 1 target in defensive midfield. Ilkay Gundogan, Barcelona agree deal to sign Man City midfielder on free transfer. Man City captain Ilkay Gundogan guided the club to a historic treble of the Premier League, FA Cup and Champions League last season. The Germany international is now set to join Barcelona for free after failing to agree a new deal at the Etihad. The move has not been officially announced by either side, but City have adopted a pragmatic approach due to the player's age and length of contract the 32-year-old was seeking, in keeping with similar situations over recent years. Blues confirm £52 million Christopher Nkunku signing from RB Leipzig. Christopher Nkunku has agreed to a 6-year deal at Chelsea. Blues understood to have paid France internationals £52 million release clause. Nkunku contributed 16 goals and 6 assists in 25 league games for RB Leipzig this season. Southampton appoint Russell Martin as new manager on 3-year deal. Russell Martin led Swansea to 10th place in the Championship, having finished 15th in his first campaign at the club. Southampton's 11-year stay in the Premier League came to an end after they finished bottom. Ralph Hasenhüttl and Nathan Jones were sacked in the same season. Ruben Neves, Wolves midfielder, finalizes £47 million Al Hilal move to become latest player to move to Saudi Arabia. Ruben Neves looks set to move to Al Hilal after Wolves agree £47 million fee with Saudi Arabian side. Personal terms have been agreed and Neves is open to the move after a potential transfer to Barcelona stalled. Neves has 1 year left on his current Wolves contract. Blues in talks with Villarreal over Nicolas Jackson signing. Chelsea are prepared to meet the €35 million, £29.8 million, release clause with discussions centered on the structure of payments and performance-based incentives. Informal talks with Jackson's representatives have been positive and personal terms are not expected to be a problem. Thank you for tuning in to our comprehensive coverage of the latest news and updates on football transfers. We hope you found this video informative and enjoyed staying up to date with the dynamic world of player movements. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting content on football news, analysis, and transfer rumors. Hit the notification bell to never miss an update, as we continue to keep you informed about the ever-evolving transfer market. Remember, the excitement of transfers is always just around the corner.